Hello, guys. This is your boy Investment. After you know my face already, and I spoke to you guys about a couple of days ago and letting my opinion how it felt or what is the uniqueness into my opinion, right? Um, and when you put this, if I put this on YouTube, I'm also trying to see if I could do a podcast as well, but I can't do that because it costs money. I don't have money. You know why? Because I have to pay rent. Everybody pays rent, but I have to do half the bill. I don't get as much things that I want to get. And how can I get if I don't get it? Right? So that's the only the difference. So for me in this is my opinion, how I feel and what I feel and how I say. Some could be true, may not be true, and you don't need to listen to it. You can go to another place and listen to another person's views and what I say. Or what do you think, or what do I think, or you could speak to that, whatever. But in this part, you do not need to comment. I just want you to hear my opinion, my side of the views, what I believe in, and what. And I said the last time, I support the LGBTQ. I support the gays and the lesbians. I support transgender. So and the queers as well because that's Q in it. And then they come out with the Bible says this and the Bible says that and the Bible says that and the Bible says this and the Bible says everything else. The Bible says this and that and this. And I keep saying it into my mind. If we are God children into the set of mind, then let the God's children love who they love, what they feel for that love, and let them be by that love. Now, I have a questions for the if they want to answer or not. The Magna Republicans, basically not the ones that the other Republicans are trying to maybe join up with them or not. But I'm just saying the Magna Republicans, those that they think their views are not worth it. I have this more question like here and to say that means if you have your own children, some of you have your own children, some of you have your own beliefs, and I want to when your children grow up because of their belief, but then they'll see this, oh, he's this, oh, he's that, and then that means you take away from your children's opinion because you do not want to hear their views of choice, and you're doing that also to us in part of America because as people voted for those that voted for them, they don't want to listen to us and they don't want to listen to nobody. They don't want to listen to this. They don't want to listen to that. They want to get this. They want to get that. They want to get. So I did something here. I did also write like a part four, like for my opinion, but that's gonna be a little bit longer. It's gonna be a little bit later. I might do it Monday or the or two or Wednesday, depending. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna talk about both. I want to say I'll probably do part two and three together. That I as opinion, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna read you this what I feel and what I say. Okay, I'm going to have some opinionated ways that I want to say, but this is out of control in my opinion. So immigrants that come here to the United States already before anything happens. So here's my opinion. What is due process? And I'm going to read you this. What is due process? The government must give people a chance to defend themselves in a fair hearing before infringing on their rights. The government must give people a chance to defend themselves in a fair hearing before switching on their rights. The person must give notice, the opportunity to hear, and a decision by neutral decision maker. The person must be, the person must be given notice, the opportunity to be heard, and a decision by natural decision maker. I'm going to repeat this one more time. But the government must give people a chance to defend themselves in a fair hearing before infringing on their rights. And so far, in my opinion, they have not. Those that are more like executive order, executive order this, executive order that, executive order this, executive order that, executive order this, executive order that. I'm speaking my mind. And I hear the news at some point. I hear what's going on in some point. I think what's in my mind in some point. I know what to say in some point. Remember, I said I would. So until then, if that Magna Republican apologized the way that she did it, I'll apologize the word that I say. But if she can't do it, then my hands are tied. So I'm gonna put this. So the immigrants that came in the United States, and I said, what is due process? They didn't do that much to them. They didn't give them a chance. They didn't give them a notice. They didn't give them that. That is my opinion. They didn't do that. My opinion is they didn't do that. They just go get it, and then you got bitch one and bitch two and a bitch three somewhere, and then the guy is probably a bitch four and five. So I'm just saying bitch, and I know I shouldn't say that word, but that's my opinion. Remember, freedom of speech. Um, like, okay, how about this? So if the person that this so-called wannabe king, his wife is an immigrant, his wife should have been deported, his wife should go back. That's two birds and one stone. JD Vance, I keep saying about JD Vance, he's Indian. The question is, should she get deported if she's a United States citizen or she's from India? That's the only thing. How about sending his wife back where she belongs that think he is king, including smaller ones who think he is king too, and his wife back too? I do not see them anywhere too much. Are they hiding? Yes, they always have something to hide. That is my opinion. I believe everyone gets through process before someone sends them somewhere. I'm going to say this in my opinion. Like me, hate me, or whatever you are, things will bite you back in the ass when your mess is not cleaned correctly. Doing things that you are king and you are not king. No one is above the law, and we have to follow the laws too. And you should do the same. Then again, at least you might have two women care for you who never get punished in her own right in Congress. You could say, I am fake if you want to. The remaining question to how fake are you? Not knowing what are you doing to America. But I said it before. Everyone has a right to have their own opinions. So, their own opinions. Everybody have their own opinions. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. This is a freedom of speech way and how I said it. And this is like, whoa, this is the thing. Look at me. I went out for a couple of down. I went downtown and to have fun. So my opinion, that means you gotta take the computers away. That means you're gonna take the kids' games away. That means you don't love your own child. You don't love your own child if they play video games. You do not love your own child if you don't let them be kids. You do not love your own child. And he has to become like kid or whatever. Okay, let's go for part three because I did this one was a little bit short, and part three was a different thing. And then the person, but then you got this other jerkhead Congress chairman that's always next to the other Democratic Party. That's the ranking member. Then you got the guy that likes to dress in the yellow tie, and he said freedom of speech is not for everyone. So it's not for everyone. So what are you here? Are you human? Yes or no? Do you have a heart? I think fuck no. I don't think you have a heart. I said fuck. My opinion. I said it. Also, I said it here. If not somewhere in the beginning, I think also if it's I said here. Here are some rules that I'm going to say. Sometimes I could use profanity, and I will say almost anything I like. That's the clue word. Almost anything. Uh, that's that. Now that one. That would be part three for you guys. And remember, I said I support gays, lesbians, LGBTQ, the queers. I support them. I'd rather be friends with them than being friends with a Magna Republican or those that don't have hearts, those that care about the thing. Why can't they stand up to that person? Because I am going to say this. I'm going to say like the people that don't stand up to him, they bow down, kiss his knees or kiss his foot because he think he's a wannabe king. You bow down below, and I don't want to say the other word that I said before. I'm not saying that, but you know what I meant. Below, there's different words in that meaning in below. Not kissing his feet, but somewhere between kissing his feet. Any guess? Here's part three, opinionated. I support the LGBTQ community. Everyone is beautiful no matter what they look like. Every mom supports them as well, even though she is in heaven. Even my mom, I mean, not every mom, even my mom supports them as well, even though she is in heaven. They are humans, they have hearts. Overall, they have feelings. I'm going to repeat this again because I'm going to say it better. I support the LGBTQ community. Everyone is beautiful no matter what they look like. Even my mom supports them as well, even though she is in heaven. They are humans, they have hearts. Overall, they have feelings. The LGBTQ community is awesome. The question of Congress and Senate. What are you scared of the LGBTQ? What is the reason for you? Here's my opinion. I feel that you are scared of them because you are sending your kids to school and do not want them near them. Here's my second opinion. You listen to your faith and God created only male and women like Adam and Eve. That we switch the Eve name to evil. Are you evil? Some Congress Senate that cannot accept God created equal to all humans with hearts and love. In God's way, you I I kind of understand that you just want only men and women. They cannot play uh, uh for any male sports in there, but then that's not fair. That means you shouldn't be Congress, you shouldn't be a Senate, you shouldn't be a father, you shouldn't be a mother, you shouldn't be a sister, you shouldn't be. Yes. Um, Only some Congress and Senate. Are you scared of the LGBTQ? My opinion is yes, you are scared. Like you are scared standing up to the person that think he is king. And you know who I'm talking about. We're going back like in 1800s. We was not even born in 1800s. We're going back in time in 1800s. We're going back in time. There's a word that I want to send to you guys. A time of going back. There's a time that we was not even born. There is a time that we'll go if we do go back and do that. But then here's another thing. If you go back in time, and I'm gonna take a quote from Jeff Goldblum that played in Jurassic Park. And I agree with this when the person created dinosaurs in the movie and saying something about rape of nature. So that means, in my opinion, you are raping the past because you want the past. Harsh words, right? Harsh. Can you think about that? Can you think about it? Two difference in a quote. Because dinosaurs extinct. So if you go back in the past, we'll probably see dinosaurs again. And I wonder what the T Rex and the Velociraptor would do if that was happening. I did not understand all of you, or all of you, or some of you. I know for once, when someone loves someone, is from their heart, not your heart. To the Congress and Senate, to some of you, you got your heart for you, wife and husband. For the LGBTQ community, they have hearts, they have love, and like I said before, not your heart. To some Congress and Senate, I'm not here to judge. This is my opinion, but some opinions might be truthful. Then again, truth hurts. So I said this, I said this so many times in my head, and I want to think about it like here or there. And what I love to do is I try to work very hard as for me. I am human. I am me. I am God's creation as well. He is God's creation as well. The cat, she's all black. I think she's hiding from you guys because you don't care about anybody. Um, in all this moment in time that we try to figure out in mind, we try to seek the time of future to the future, not the past. So there's a attorney general or Pam, whatever her name, on or the secretary, the president's secretary, right? Her. Caroline Levitt or whatever her name is. But then I'm gonna say that she wants to go back. She says she feels that we shouldn't do transgender. They should not make believe they're women. Ladies and gentlemen, have you checked yourself, lady? Have you checked yourself in the mirror lately? Have you checked yourself very good? You're 27. You're about 28 years old. Like that person say, grow some big girl, whatever. Both of you, including the attorney general, the thing that he is king. The thing here, and I'm going to show. I have something surprise for you, and this is gonna be a word of my opinion. And I didn't say this word very often while my mom was here. When I did this and when I did that, and there was a word that the world might become this or might become that. You don't like you don't like when they protest. And if you don't like us to protest these things, what is the thing that you should protest? So the 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 secretary, whatever, you wear a cross. I don't have a cross, but I do wear something else that's like a cross. It's a protection. I have to go to this place and it's a protection. And you know what is that protection? Protection from you, protection from your wannabe king, protection from anything that happens, a protection. It's a red and black beads. Like, so you think about taking stuff away of opinions of kids. Take away opinions that you want kids to be smarter, but then you don't want them to be kids. You just want to make an army of your own kids, or take their kids and make an army of your own. That's my opinion, and I said that. Okay, when I said these words, bitch one, bitch two, bitch three, bitch four, and then you got bitch five and six, even the guys. Should I apologize? I'll think about it. When I'm ready to apologize, I hope the same thing you apologize to the whole world. But that's the difference. I won't get the apology. At least I have my big underwear on. I don't have a big head. I'm kind of tall in a way, semi tall. The thing about being opinion is you have certain things to be opinionated, but certain things to become. Do this. If you so I heard that the governor of Texas, even that I'm not in Texas, but the governor of Texas did the thing back, but then he wants to arrest the Democrats. So if we reverse it around, should we arrest you when you broke law before? So the governor of Texas did a second session, and I keep saying to myself, so now you're holding because they're supposed to do the work over there, so you can get the votes. How can you get the votes? You know the answer to this. If you want them back, and if you want them in the house, and if you want them, the only way to do it is that do it bipartisan. Do it bipartisan. Not skip bipartisan. It's supposed to go what to Congress, and then it goes to Senate, and then it goes to a fair hearing in a way of this. Maybe I should read the next one, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm hungry, and the question in mind, I feel no one is above the law, and I still said this. No one is above the law. But then a couple of days ago, and I heard from another person news like, and she does her little thing, and I saw the clip for this governor, the attorney general of Florida, saying no one is above the law. But the Democrats did the same thing before anything. No one is above the law. So if no one is above the law, why are you taking the words that the same thing that Democrats are saying? So you want the judges to bow down, kiss your ass, kiss your feet, kiss the middle of it. The judge is not gonna do that. Some judges might, but not all. And especially if you're gonna do a woman judge, good luck. Um, I'm gonna take another answer, another not an answer, another quote from Jurassic Park. It was a quote, and the thing is, dinosaurs is extinct. Men took over the world, or or something like that, right? Let me see. Let me give me a second. And it was like, I know what the thing was in Jurassic Park, but it's a quote of it. Jurassic Park, dinosaurs are a thing, a thing. Something that was a quote, a quote. It's a quote. I might have to go back into it. Let's see. This is what it says. And this is a quotation because the person that did it in a way in the film, right? Uh, in a human role cycle. So I would say women would take over down the road. But I'm gonna go and get that quote and I'll do that next time. But I'm gonna go back into this. So here goes the freedom of speech. It's guaranteed by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Constitution. Oh, nobody gives a damn about the Constitution because they want to do a fucking thing fast, fast, fast. And they don't want to do it by hearing other people speeches. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. You don't like when I snap? You don't like when I snap? You don't like when I snap? It protects the right to express oneself without government interference, including through speech, press, assembly, petition. This freedom is not absolute and is subject to certain limitations on going into petition by the courts, but without government interference, without government interference, without government inter. Do I need to repeat that? Do I need to repeat that? And then you wonder why people get upset with some governments. And it's not all governments are bad. It's not all governments are unique. There's a song that I watch. It's a wrestling And there's a song, I I hear voices in my head, right? I don't hear voices in my head. Maybe the wannabe king does. I don't know. I'm not in his head. This is the thing about freedom of speech and amendment. The Constitution, because you're not following the Constitution, and especially the Magna Republicans that I believe, in my opinion, they are listening to a wannabe king. My opinion. And I keep saying it. I keep saying it. I keep saying it in my head. Like, and this is the thing about I wanted to go part 4, but I think I'll do part 4 on Monday. Because in part 4, I have words that you're gonna see. And there's one word I'm gonna say, and these especially for um I'm gonna say the press secretary, the general attorney general, Pam, whatever her name is, uh, the wannabe king, and the jesters. All the jesters are the Magna Republicans. That's my opinion. I'm gonna say it. There's one word, and this is very, I would say, hurtful. One word to mine. It's and when I say the word B word, there's a lot of B words in it, but it's a BI more than a um I would say more than a big word, but it's more powerful of it. And I may not like the word because I don't like the word, but I have the definition of it, and that's a quotation that I need to say how I feel. I'm gonna say this: those that are transgender women, gay, lesbian, queer, I'll be friends with you. If they're not gonna be friends and listen to you with open ears, at least Dumbo has big ears, because he could listen. Um, and the thing is, I'll be friends. I just need to be friends. How to be friends with them? I have a friend already, but they are more a little further away when I do something else and have fun in life. Life is too short. Life is too unique. Life might become dangerous because a wannabe king doesn't give a damn to us or to the whole world. Again, he is not my king, and if you want to bow down to him and kiss his feet or between his legs, that is up to you. That is not me. And then you wonder why, Vestman, why you become a sarcastic person? Why are you bowing down? It's not being sarcastic that I don't want to be sarcastic. I'm protesting what I feel opinionated. What I feel is that America, around the world, when we have to pay rent so high and pay food so high that nobody wants to stand up to him. That's why I'm being sarcastic. That's my sarcasticness. Nobody want to stand up. Nobody want to be here and stand up to him. I'm protesting in my way, and I'll do it in a different way. And if it has to take me to get what I want to go and for a trip to, to visit that I always want to visit, I want to go there. And the first trip, Canada. The second trip, London. Third trip, Australia. Fourth trip, and more. Again, life is too short. We need to have fun in our life because the good medicine is always to have fun, not a big pacifier, baby. I am hungry. I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook my dinner. I'll take a picture if you want to see my dinner. I'm not perfect in cooking. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. Will she be my queen? Will she listen to me? No, we work together. We'll work together as a team. One maybe like to do mopping in the floors and cleaning the bathroom. One likes to clean the kitchen and clean the stove and the fridge. Me, when I was with mom before she passed, my job was more cleaning the bathroom and other stuff. But then when she got sick, I have to do everything. I miss my mom. I love my mom, but she knows that in my heart, like she'll say investment or my first name in here, she'll say, son, behave yourself. Son, do the right thing. But how can we do the right thing if not every government is doing the right thing? And then she'll say, look at his, they'll get theirs. And she is right. They'll get theirs. But I don't think how long we could wait because people in Congress, it just to those that bow down to him, kissing his feet and all the other stuff, in my opinion, they're just too scared. More a yellow back, big yellow back of some Congress, not all Congress, some Congress, especially the ones, not the ones that flew and think that they flew and broke quorum, not the ones that stay inside and try to vote. They want the vote to be heard, but how? Everyone is scared in that Congress, including the yellow tie guy, that chairman guy, the yellow tie, then switches to the red tie, then the orange tie, then back to the yellow and the red, and then back. He's scared too. My opinion. He's scared. Scared, 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 scared. I'm protesting the way I feel. I'm protesting the saying the words and how I say and trying to make it into rhyming words. And that is the basic thing. And I took 40 minutes of your time, 38 minutes of your time. And I'm gonna go back into this word. Let me see this word. So what is due process, right? So what is due process? And I said this before. The government must give people a chance to defend themselves in a fair hearing before infringing on their rights. I'm gonna tell you, if Democrats did that to you guys, and they get, let's say, for example, they did that to you, then you said it's not fair. But was it fair that you did to the American people? And this one, in general, this one was another one. Can you be deported without due process? And again, they broke the amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the Constitution. The Magna Republicans voted, and I see this here. In general, no, a person cannot be deported from the United States without a due process of the law. The Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process. This applies to all individuals when the United States, including non-citizens, regardless of their immigration status. However, the government can expedite the removal process to deport some individuals without a full hearing before immigration judge. But again, be careful what you do, especially the MAGA Republicans, in my opinion. So if I say bad words and profanity language, I'm going to say sorry to the people that hears it, to those that hear it, if you're a Democrat, and the normal Republicans. I'm going to say normal, then the MAGA Republicans. Those are normal Republicans, and those are Democrats, and independents are to some normal independents as well. I'll apologize the words that I use, but the only person that has apologized back that he's a liar before the wannabe king took over office. In my opinion, in my opinion. Hey guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you for hearing me. A little bit of my way of doing this, and I'm gonna say I am not perfect. I am me. No one is above the law. Love you guys into the bottom of heart. All the transgender, gays and lesbian, queers, men and women as well, bisexuals. Love you too. Okay. Ciao, everybody. Adios.